Better, doesn't it? Look at this. Live updates. U.S. calls Putin's nuclear war move unacceptable. I just did a video about DEFCON level being raised to level 2. In this one, we're going to talk about street fighting begins in Kyiv. People urged to seek shelter. When I see street fighting, I think about the video game Street Fighter. And then I think about the Rolling Stones album, Street Fighting Man. Anyway, Russia. If you think about the Rolling Stones, be sure and hit the subscribe button. We will all enjoy brown sugar together. Russian troops stormed towards Ukraine's capital Saturday, and street fighting broke out as city officials urged residents to take shelter. The country's president refused an American offer to evacuate, insisting that he would stay. The fight is here, he said. As dawn broke in Kyiv, it was not immediately clear how far the soldiers had advanced. Wait a second here. An American offer to evacuate? America was going to get him out of there? So America's saying it's lost. Or they're saying, let's go ahead and make it look like it's lost because we're just going to give Ukraine over to Russia. Going to give him some diplomatic, he'll be like Charles de Gaulle in World War II France, like, oh, France didn't surrender. The government escaped. Meanwhile, all the people in France were under Nazi rule, right? Jeez. Skirmishes reported on the edge of the sea suggest that small Russian units are probing Ukrainian defenses to clear a path for the main forces. They're sending out Imperial probe droids. The swift movement of the troops, after less than 3 days of fighting, further imperiled a country clinging to independence in the face of a broad Russian assault. Which threatened to topple the Democratic government and scramble the post-Cold War world order. How's it going to scramble it? Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky offered renewed assurance Saturday that the country's military would stand up to Russian invasion in a video recorded on downtown street. We aren't going to lay down weapons. We will protect the country, he said. Our weapon is our truth. The street clashes followed, fighting that pummeled bridges, schools, and apartment buildings. It resulted in hundreds of casualties by Saturday morning. When the small Russian units tried to infiltrate Kyiv, Ukrainian forces controlled the situation. U.S. officials believe President Vladimir Putin is determined to overthrow Ukraine's government and replace it with a regime of his own. I say he wants to redraw the map of Europe. I don't know. All the rest of this is all stuff we know. Let's see. As fighting persisted, Ukraine's military reported shooting down an 1176 Russian transport plane carrying paratroopers. This is so weak, this is such a small scale thing. When you contrast it to the shock and awe of what was the Iraq invasion called? Enduring Freedom or something. Anyway. Through it all, Russia remained unbowed, while vetoing a UN Security Council resolution demanding that it stop attacking Ukraine and withdraw troops immediately. That's so funny. That's just the UN met in the middle of the night. It's like, oh, we gotta meet. We gotta have a UN meeting. United Nations. You ever know the United Nations are nothing but a bunch of third world countries that are screaming for some crap, and we let these third world dictators have all these positions of influential titles, but it doesn't do anything. The UN is the biggest crock of crap. It is spent out. It is a elitist dream. It's all they do is they import chefs from all these foreign countries, the best chefs, so they can sit around and eat, and they bring in expensive wine and hookers and blow. And that's what their whole thing is. I mean, for crying out loud, what's her name? Chick from South Carolina was the ambassador there. Nikki Haley, right? Is that her name? Golly, man. Talk about the grossest elitists in the country. Her and Mitt Romney ought to have kids. UN officials have reported 25 civilian deaths. I mean, they don't know any of this stuff. They're just reporting stuff. They're just making these numbers up and toss them out here as far as we know. Anyway, yeah, that's the whole thing. So there's skirmishes now getting close to Kyiv. I really can't tell if that's how that apartment building is supposed to look every day or not. I mean, I know nothing about this. Because you know why? Because Ukraine doesn't mean anything to anybody if your name isn't Biden. I mean, honestly, it's like, I mean, they impeached Donald Trump over him trying to figure out what was going on between Ukraine and the Bidens. And look, he was right, man. Sorry, but like, do you want to go to war? I mean, I know there are war hawks out there that they love this stuff. I saw the other day that someone talking about wars, the greatest thing for peace or something. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Like, this whole thing is so idiotic. It's insane. It's oh look, they have there's a children's slide right here in the front of that picture. They always have playgrounds after they bomb a place. Have you noticed that? Anyway, that bomb was outside. That wasn't even a direct hit. That was an outside. That's like a car bomb. Where's the impact crater? That's weird. It's like a concussion went off right here. All right. Anyway, if you guys want to keep up with this, especially the nuclear war move, it's all we're reliving. What I've been saying the whole time is geriatric 1970s Jimmy Carter international politics. That's what they're doing here. And we're going back to 1980s movies. We're going to have Ronald Reagan memes here soon. You're going to see all this stuff. You're going to hear Putin's going to be called Gorbachev something. It's all smoke and mirrors. I mean, it's not smoke and mirrors. It's all fake. It's just what it is that we aren't having an adult conversation. That's what I'm saying. The smoke and mirrors is that we can't sit out here and just throw out blatant terms and blatant demands and whatnot and not have an adult conversation. Number one, a lot of Americans, myself included, want to know why Ukraine matters. Why are we sitting here? What did Biden mean when he said that he would go to have peace talks with Putin that included arms reduction? The U.S. does not need to be having arms reduction talks with anyone. You have China is 100% behind Russia on this, and China is 110% building their military might. If anything, we need more arms. I mean, I hate to say that. This is a sicko world we're in because these commies and these holdover commies, they hate you. They hate freedom. They hate Jesus. They hate anything Jesus has ever touched. They hate it all, and they want to see it all destroyed and rebuilt in their pablum of puke. It absolutely sucks that they do this to everybody when all what everybody wants is to just be left alone and be happy, make money, and be rich. That's all I wish for everybody. You got one chance in this rock, so you better start being nice to each other. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe, and adios, muchachos.